All right, all right, all right. Hey, cousin.
How are you, beautiful?
I'm partying over here. Yahoo! It's a celebration.
No, that's right. Here, it cannot come fast enough. But I'm like, okay, she is more ready for me to turn 50 than I am, okay?
Yahoo! That's right. It's a celebration. We got a lot of things happening in 2021, and I'm excited.
It's a lot going on here, but it's all positive, it's all life changing. It's confirmations, it's transformation. So yeah, I'm excited as well.
That's right. It is. It's a transformation. It's a transformation for us. It's a transformation for our clients. It's a transformation for our families and, a whole 360. It's a transformation for all of us. And we've been talking about that as we've been going on. And you see me here today, I'm just relaxing because I've been working. So I'm relaxing, honey.
It's
Don't
the palm
mind.
trees, it's the flower, it's
Yeah.
the shade. That's all that's doing it for me, okay?
And Yanle just bought me something to drink, baby. This is my virgin mango smoothie, okay?
Oh, that's right.
So, but I just wanted to celebrate because I'm glad to have another day here. I'm glad to be able to see you. I'm glad to be able to see all of our guests. I'm thankful for all of our guests always. And, just that we're able to work and get together. And sometimes you just got to step away from all the craziness and you got to do that virtual play. You got to do whatever you got to do to make it last, right?
That's the truth.
And to hold on to your sanity. So, for me, I've been going through a little bit. I had a couple of deaths in the family, but it's okay, right? They don't have to go through the things that we're going through anymore. And sometimes it's us that hold on to people when it's really time for them to go. And that's a hard thing to kind of understand sometimes. And it's hard to really find peace when you're hurting so bad. But I tell you what it did do for me. It told me that I don't want to waste any time while I have time, right?
That's so true.
So it just added to my what I want to do for myself and my family this year, right?
Okay.
And that meant even if I had to add to my vision board. So we've been talking about don't get ready, be ready. And there's so many things that we need to do to not just be ready for today or tomorrow, but for the years thereafter.
Yeah.
The years thereafter.
Yeah.
And I say that because when we start talking about family members passing and things, there are also benefits and things that we also need to talk about. And we'll get into that another time. But I'm just thankful right now. And that, that it was even something that I could live to be able to think about,
right,
in time. So, but how about you? What's going on with you?
Just looking forward actually, to the new year. I'm proud of my children, my grandchildren. My son is in North Dakota. He's doing really, really well. I'm excited for him and his future. He's 14. He actually has his driver's permit from North Dakota. So for Christmas, his dad, brought him a car. We're getting it looked at and everything. Of course, it's a used car, but at 14, he has a vehicle. And we're getting ready to ship it up to North Dakota. So, I wanted him to get away from Baltimore because it's just so much going on. The whole city is just really, really heavy. And as a parent, it's our job to make sure that our children have a chance.
Right.
And so for me, getting him away to North Dakota, although it doesn't, it's not all that glamorous, he has learned a lot of responsibility. He has matured in the short amount of time that he's been here. You guys know he was with me over the Christmas holiday. So I really, really enjoyed that. My daughter, she's moving forward in her career at Johns Hopkins in the nursing department. I'm so really, really proud of her.
And she has a really good position there to be able to know more about
And you know what? I was just getting ready to tell y'all that she scares me somewhat every day when I talk to her, because she's like, "Ma, this is what's going on. This is what's going on," and it's good to know. I'm appreciative of it, but you know, us as regular folk or whatever, we're kind of like dumbfounded, to a degree as to like what's going on behind the scenes. But she gives me like the real as to what's happening, what's going on, what's transpired, and everything else. So I'm grateful. I'm kind of terrified, but I'm so happy. I'm so proud of her. That she has really, found her calling, her footing, and everything. So, when we do our family chats, me, my daughter, and my son, and my grandkids and everything, I took the opportunity on a few ones back. My son was actually still in North Dakota before he came here, just to tell him how much I loved them and how much I was proud of them, because we always say, give people their flowers while they're here. And so that opportunity, it allowed me to do that, to let my children know how I really, really feel about them in that moment. And I just wanted to let them know that, I really, really love them. Things are looking up for the Professional Credit Diva. I'm moving over. I'm still doing personal credit, but I'm focusing a lot too on business credit, because if one thing 2020 has shown us is that having one stream of income is like having no stream of income. It can be gone, and so you need to get your mindset correct about that. And I'm going to be talking a lot about mindset. I actually have a mindset webinar that I'm going to be hosting on the 30th of this month, Saturday. And I'll put the information in the link.
Please.
Yeah, I'll put that in the chat and everything. It's my Money Mindset Mastery, Maintaining Excellent Credit. It's a 2-hour intensive workshop, because you have to be prepared mentally if you want to receive, the finances and the riches and the credit and everything else physically. So just getting prepared for that, and, looking forward to what the new year has to bring us.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And, you said that, but, this year I claim clarity and power over a lot of different things, right? And that are in my life, for my family, for myself, for my business. And so, the same thing. I'm just really grateful. I remember we had the Food Lord on here, and we talked about food, and I'm kind of getting tired of eating the same food. So I'm going, I don't want to make any life changes for the purpose of losing weight. I just want to be all around healthy, right?
Right.
So I've taken some other steps to do some deeper meditation.
Okay.
And just to give myself some more clarity and power and things as I exist, and be able to make the most of this existence for myself, my kids, and my grandkids, and those to come, right? So I'm thankful. So really quick, you guys, we don't want to lose track, because we always say each one reach one. So that means if you know somebody that may need this information tonight, please, even though I'm on the beach, I'm still here with you. So I want you to share this information while this breeze is blowing through my hair, okay? I want you to share this information, each one reach one. And if you have any questions, you can always send them in to us, and we're happy to be able to answer your questions, or you can join us, right? So in 2021, we'd love to be able to have you come on and ask questions. And so really quick, just to take care of some housekeeping rules, we always like to thank our guests for joining us. So really quick, I have Vernon Hanshaw, thank you for joining us. Brittany Wallace, thank you for joining us. Beverly Nickens, thank you for joining us. Janelle Proctor Moore, thank you for joining us. Oh, my cousin Tony, hey, thank you for joining us. Hi, Sean Sarvis, thank you. Dexter Kendrick, thank you. And Shanae. Very important people. All of you are very important. Yvette Banks, Sharon, Ray, thank you for joining us. Now, do you have any shout outs before we?
Of course, you know I do. I want to thank cousin Gonzella Johnson. Hey, girl, happy New Year's, new you. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you so very much. And I would also like to give a shout out to my cousin Stephen Bailey Jr., also to my other cousin Shanae Nicky Smith, who is joining me online and here in the studio.
I know you didn't realize that I was here because I'm on the beach.
Let me tell you, honey, I cannot wait to join you. Okay.
Right.
I like to shout out my good girlfriend Shay Smith and everybody else that come in, drop a hello comment. If you had any questions regarding your real estate mortgage or anything like that, or your credit, your business credit, or anything like that, drop it in the comments. We will definitely be happy to respond to you guys.
Absolutely. Ricardo Spriggs, thank you for joining us. My daughter Melinda Rapp, thank you for joining us. And let's see, David Lloyd Davis, thank you for joining us. And Tonio, hey, how are you? Love the pictures of the baby. So we've been trying to make sure that we hold each other accountable as we walk these steps of home ownership, or getting your credit straight, or even if you want to sell a home because you're still going to probably buy something else, right? So we've been talking all this year and more plus about, building positive credit. But, a lot of times I meet people and they're in a home buying process, or they're ready to buy a home, and they just all of a sudden thought of it. And wow, these rates are so low right now. You can't beat these rates right now. When our parents bought houses, the houses weren't as expensive, but the interest rates, I understand, was maybe in the 12s. And I know when I had my first house built and it was a good interest rate, it was in the 7s. So now to see rates in the 2s and 3s, that's an awesome rate, you guys. So, but there's still some things that you have to do if you want to qualify for some of the home buyer programs, right? Like having a 640, 660 credit score to be able to get that down payment assistance. But on top of getting that down payment assistance, some people say, well, I don't have a 640. What can you do? The 580 days of qualifying have really changed. But you can get anything if the price is right. So if you have down payment money and you don't need down payment assistance, and there's a big chunk, we could talk about how much that is, then there may still be some options out there for you, but you're going to have to pay it forward because they're trusting you with their money when they purchase the house. So how you pay your bills makes a big difference when you get ready to qualify for a loan and when you're asking someone to back you by giving you money. So really quick, so that you all won't get confused about this and you'll know about it. Whenever you're buying a home, we want to talk about some of the key things that you should not do to make sure that you don't mess up yourself in the loan process. Now, my clients, they are very good, right? But it's the clients that come at the beginning. Sometimes they just don't know. And sometimes they've switched over clients. So let's talk about the things that you shouldn't do, right? This is a big one. So when buying a home and you're on a job, you want to be on that job at least 2 years. So you're on that job at least 2 years, but you don't want to change jobs or become unemployed, quit your job, or become self-employed. So if you become self-employed, there are loans out there for self-employed. You do have to file your taxes, right? You have to do that. And there are loans for you, but we have to be able to track your business and your income for at least a minimum of 2 years, all right? The other thing, you should not buy a car, truck, or van. Don't even buy a scooter if they got to run your credit, right? My scooter over there behind the palm tree. But I leased one, right? But I'm not going to do anything during this process to take and run my credit. They're going to run your credit if you try to buy anything. So do not do that. You should not use your credit cards excessively. Keep your usage down to 30% or lower. You don't need to pay it all off to a zero balance because we still need to see that revolving credit. That means you paying something on a regular basis every 30 days. So you don't want to do excessive usage. If your credit card limit is $1,000, you don't want to spend 1,000. You don't want to spend 900. That does not show. You want to use, and Shanae will tell you more about this. Credit is to be used when it's a necessity, not just something because you just want to spend. Okay, and you never know when you're going to need to use it. So you should not let your accounts fall behind. Now, I know we're in COVID right now, and a lot of things are different during this period, but surely if you can make the payments, then make the payments, because the interest rates, they have talked about reducing the interest rates on cards during COVID, but I haven't seen it yet, right? So, but even still, once we come out of COVID, pre-COVID, whatever it is, you want to make sure that you don't let those accounts fall behind. In fact, if you can pay it before time, then do that. You know why? Because you can avoid that interest rate. So, some of you all have some high interest rate cards. Do not spend money that you have set aside for your down payment. Now, I know Christmas, you all went out, you got a lot of things, right? I know y'all got that Xbox, that PlayStation, and hey, my cousin got a car. However, don't spend the money that you have for a down payment, because you can look at, you at least need to have your earnest money deposit, which is at minimum 1%. But you should at least have 3.5% already saved, and that's based on the price of the house. And we can talk more about that later. All you have to do is call for a free virtual appointment, and we can do that. But you should not finance any new furniture. I know you're excited. It's 2021. Y'all getting them stimulus checks and everything. But let's hold up. Let's keep the big picture in mind, and let's stay on track, so we can put the furniture in the house after we get the keys. We want to get them keys first, okay? So I know that sofa is really nice. That chaise lounge is speaking to you and everything, but let's wait. We can get it. I can help you find it. I'm telling you, I can help you find it after we close on your house. So you want to make sure that you eliminate having a bunch of inquiries on your credit report, because every time you have an inquiry, those are pulls on your credit, and it makes your credit go down. And if people tell you, oh, it's not going to affect your credit, that's not true. That's not true. They're going to pull your credit unless they're asking you to pull a copy from Credit Karma yourself. It's going to touch your credit. It's going to show as an inquiry. And then don't make the large deposits or deposits to your account and you don't talk to your loan officer first. Find out first what you're going to do with that money. Like, grandma put some money out the attic or something like that. It was in that cigar box underneath the sofa. Before you deposit that money, you need to talk to your loan officer, because we got to have a paper trail. So you want to make sure that you don't deposit large sums of cash. You're trying to get a home loan. And don't change your bank accounts. Don't change your bank accounts during this process. Let everything stay the same. They're going to want to pull your statements. If you think they can't find out what bank you have, they can. So don't change your bank accounts. And please, please, please do not co-sign for anybody for anything. I don't care if they want to get a squirrel, they need a nut. Don't at all sign for anything. And I say that because I've seen it happen 1,000 times. This person needed to have this, they needed to have that, and I co-signed for them. They needed to get, I don't care what it is, do not co-sign for anybody during this process. And I see you laughing. But that was the first thing that came to mind. So you keep it clean, okay? You keep it clean. And our governor, with Governor Hogan for president, because I'm telling you, he is rolling out a lot of things. My hats off to him. So you all need to check and see what benefits you have available to you. Small businesses during this time, you need to definitely check on what's available to you, especially if in Maryland, check on your personal, the Paycheck Protection Programs, your SBAs, your emergency disaster loans. Check on all of those things, especially if you become unemployed and you're starting your own business. I've seen a lot of businesses get started in 2020, and hats off, kudos to you. Congratulations. Please share your information here. We love to support your business because you support us. So we just want to make sure that we help you get to the closing table. And like I said, I'm offering virtual appointments. You can call me anytime. You'll see my information posted before we end. So I know Mike is saying she just went right on through that, but that's just how you do. Hey, I'm on the beat
so fast. So that's right. You're trying to get back to a Hawaii state of mind. I'm not even mad at you.
The water is calling.
I know that's right. A Hawaii state of mind. I'm not even mad at you.
That's right. What you have happening, lady?
So I want to talk to the folks, like I said, about how important it is that you get in the right frame of mind about, what you want to do, what you want your financial picture to look like. And I want to take it back kind of sort of to the basics. We're going to start from the beginning here on Cousin Chat and let you know, first of all, like what some of the credit score ranges are. Because sometimes if you don't know where you're trying to go to or what you need, then, you're kind of walking around aimlessly or, you're not really focused. But if you have a specific number that you can focus in on and, maybe take it the first step, second step, third step, until you get to where it is that you need to be, where you want to be, then that will, help you along the way. And it'll also make it, a little more easier. So I just want to talk to you guys just really, really quick about the different credit score ranges and what they actually, mean for you and how they're actually calculated. So if you know the rules, then you know how to win. If you know how to play the game and know the rules of the credit game, then you'll know how to win at the credit game. And so the credit scores are really calculated with a formula base of variables, including your payment history, the number of accounts you have, the amount you owe, and things like that. And so what they do is you have your credit wheel is anywhere between 300 to 850, right? That's what makes up your credit score. So you actually have 550 points that you can manipulate in your favor, okay? And so the biggest range is actually your payment history. That makes up 35% of your credit score. Okay, so that actually is like 192.5 points that you're playing with when you miss a payment. Okay, and so every time you miss a payment, for every 30-day late, that can affect you. Well, it will affect you negatively, but that can drop your score anywhere between 30 points to 100 points. And so if it knocks you down 100 points, then you only have 92.5 points, available to you for your credit score in that section. But if you continue to pay your bills on time, and if you're consistent with it, then, once you max out that area, then you have almost 200 points. You have 192.5 points that are that you have gained, right? So if you never have any latenesses, and if you make all the payments that you're supposed to make, right? If you have the minimum, which is a 300 score, you have a minimum, which is a 300 score, and then you pay all of your bills on time, and you calculate that 192.5, right? You have 492.5 points, right? For paying your bills on time. Okay. Now, the next section is 30 points, 30%, and that is your usage. So if you keep everything below, that 30% usage, right? Not only are you paying your bills on time, but you're keeping everything below that 30% usage. And I used to know it off the top of my head. I don't know what's going on with me, but I'm getting ready to tell you. You have about what? I want to say it's like 132 points. Don't quote me on that. 135 points, something like that. I have to do my calculations over. But for just, time here, I'm just, going off the top of my head or whatever. But, you add that, to your almost 500 points, you're almost, at basically 600 and some odd points, right? And so once you know what you can play around with and what you need to do, you yourself know how to build up your credit score. It's not a surprise. It's not, hard to do. It's simple math, right? Basically, pay your bills on time, keep everything under 30% usage, and you're more than halfway to where you need to be, right? You're not that far away from an excellent credit score, right? You want to have a healthy mix of credit, okay? And that accounts for about 15% of your score, right? And you don't want to do too much, but you want to do just enough, right? And you actually gain more points when you have a revolving credit, right? When you have installments, so it's good for you to have mortgage, it's good for you to have revolving, it's good for you to have installment loans, right? The installment loans and your mortgage loans, for the most part, that payment amount is the same every month, okay? It doesn't really change. It doesn't really fluctuate a whole lot, right? I mean, you might go through something with your mortgage or what have you, but for the most part, every month it's the same. Your revolving credit is where your creditors really see how responsible you are, because every month that payment amount changes, right? And so one month you may have a minimum of $100 due. The next month you may have a minimum of $50 due. They want to see how well you can adjust, and it's not on autopilot, how well you can adjust to paying your bills and still paying them on time. So when you have revolving credit, it actually generates your score a little bit higher than it is just with you just having mortgage and installment. Okay, everything helps you, but the revolving credit is what's going to help to calculate your score just a tad bit faster, because of the fact that it fluctuates and it changes, and the creditors can see how responsible you actually are, okay? And so just to give you just a general rule of thumb, exceptional credit scores are 800 to 850. With those, you very rarely have to show proof of income or anything. The sky's the limit. You write your own ticket, okay? Very good credit is 740 to 799. And again, that is a really, really good score to have your in the driver's seat. You can dictate your terms and things of that nature, okay? Good credit is a 670 to a 739. And with a 670 credit, you can still be approved for home mortgages, home loans, for credit cards and things of that nature, okay? You just still want to be responsible. You don't want to slip up and miss anything, because it could take you right down to, a 580 to a 699, where things start to get like a little bit tough for you. You have to prove yourself. You have to show documentation. You're going to pay extra money. You're going to pay down payments and things of that nature. And anything under a 580 is considered poor. You are a risk, okay? And, things are not going to come easy to you, definitely. And then you have no credit. Some people don't even have a credit score. And what that shows them is that you have been like using cash and they can't really track anything. And in the beginning, I didn't understand why they said, having no credit is worse than having bad credit, because at least with bad credit, they have something to go on. But again, I give complimentary consultations. You can reach out to me if it's any questions you may have or anything you didn't understand. And my contact information will also be posted, and I will put the information in the news, in the feed, and also for my upcoming event, my webinar, my Money Mindset Mastery webinar, I'll put that information in the feed for you to join me as well.
That's awesome. And I can't wait for you to join me here in Hawaii.
Honey, I can't either. Oh my goodness.
I just thought I would take a pre-trip.
I know that's right.
COVID,
I know that's right. And
yes.
I just want to give a shout out really, really quick. We had a few more people join, and I want to give a shout out to Thomas Jones. Hey, Honey Blonde, to Ashley Totley, I love you. Miko joined you. Caprice, hi Caprice. Thank you guys. I love you so much. Casey, thank you for tuning in.
And I want to say thank you for joining us, Natasha, Maureen. Thank you for joining us. Let's see, Walter Clues. Hey, Walter. Dave. Hey, Dave. Look, I'm not giving up on that trip, Dave. Remember me, okay? He was telling me about an awesome place to go, and I am really, really wanting to go for my birthday that's coming soon.
So that's right.
I'm turning 21 again.
I know that's right. Really quick, let me give a birthday shout out to Carlton Prophet of Prophet Properties. I have to post it. I know I do. He gonna kill me.
I gotta say happy birthday to him too. Plus, I need to catch up with him. And happy birthday to Paula Anthony from Forestville Senior High School. Knights go, yay! So let's see who else we got. That's it for tonight. So you all stay tuned. Oh, wait a minute. No. Letitia. Hi, Letitia. How you doing? And always Kiba. Hey, Kiba. Kaber, I'm sorry. Every time you see her name, we always say Kiba, but her name is Kaber, and it's really cute. I love it. So thank you all for joining us. As always, we are here for you. You can call us. You can respond to this message. We welcome you to come here on the show with us. Even though I'm on the beach today, I'm still here with you, right? So we're offering virtual appointments, 30-minute free consultations, and that, we just want to make sure that we can help you in every way possible. So if you'd like to reach me, you can call 202-709-7989. You can also reach me on Facebook at C. Smith Properties, LLC. And you can also check out my website, which is www.ShemaineNickensmith.samsonproperties.net. And you'll see that on my page. And Shanae, you want to provide your information really quick?
You guys can definitely send your first name along with the words complimentary consultation to 443-973-7555, and I will be happy to send you the scheduling link so that you can speak with me directly via Zoom. If you have any questions regarding your credit, you can reach me via email at info@professionalcreditdiva.com, and I am available on all social media platforms as The Professional Credit Diva.
All right, you guys, good night. Until next time, enjoy, and keep up the good work. You all are doing so good with staying on point. Remember, we weren't doing New Year's resolutions. We're just making sure it's same. If you remain the same. So we look forward to.
Bye.